Hello Internet, I'm TychoCelchuuu and this is a Men of War video. Unfortunately this one's a little short, only half an hour because at some point the game crashes, so if you're looking for an epic finish where we pull victory from the jaws of defeat or we fuck everything up in the last 10 seconds, you're not going to see it except whoever's computer crashed. I think it might have actually been mine, but it's tough to know. But anyways, there's a fun game until that happens, so if you're looking for interesting tactical strategic analysis, you can get one of your friends to commentate on this while you mute my voice. But if you're not going to mute my voice, then that's your decision, and you're going to get to watch me and listen to me talk about my Germans setting up their little sandbags. I've got the Rifleman Squad because way on the left and also on the right, this map is huge on long-range engagements. This town can get kind of close in, and you'll notice I've sent a couple of my machine gun dudes already over, or my submachine gun dudes, the MP40 dudes, over to the town, because that's where they'll excel. But generally this map is long ranges, which is why I'm also going so crazy with these sandbags. There's a little cover, and you're going to get assaulted from far away with explosive stuff. So the more sandbags you have set up to cower behind, the longer you'll be able to hold out until you get your own stuff. So here's our opponent. This is a 2v2, by the way, Germans versus Russians. Random people, no lollybo along for the ride. Our opponent straight up rushes towards the middle, and I do too. I actually didn't realize that I had set up my machine gun where he is, but right now he's putting some fire down this corridor, which is giving me the space to move in, and I sort of chuck that grenade. If you ever watch Digital Mindsoft, the developer, DMS Instinct I think is his name, on YouTube, he's got some developer plays Men of War videos, and those are really good to watch. He's quite good at micro, especially with the grenades and stuff. He uses direct control and things like that. It's very good to be able to learn how to do that, because that's the sort of thing that would have let me kill this guy in one grenade rather than three. Would have bought me a few crucial seconds. That's usually not the kind of gameplay I do. I mean, I'm all about direct control and throwing grenades and stuff like that, but I'm not so much into the tight infantry sort of combat. I'm more of a macro player. You know, hit the opponent on all sides at once. Don't spend so much time focusing on one unit, but just try and send lots of stuff into the meat grinder. You see I set up some smoke. I had hoped to sort of pen this machine gun guy in and then get close enough to throw a grenade. Unfortunately, he saw through the smoke somehow and really nailed my guy immediately. I figure, well, maybe the smoke wasn't heavy enough, so guy number 2 will come up in direct control. We see the opponent has 2 machine guns set up on the middle, so it's going to be very tough for us to take this now, seeing as they have already taken it, although my ally did take his point, so they're only up by 1. And this time I do have enough smoke to crawl forward, and you see I'm in direct control. That time I did cook the grenade. If you hold down the fire button while you're throwing a grenade in direct control, he'll pull the pin and just hold it. Obviously don't hold it for too long, because then it'll blow up in your hand, but if you get sort of used to the timer and stuff, and you get good at timing it, then you can throw it so that it explodes immediately when it lands, which is what I did. I'm pretty proud of that. And that little man who just lost that gunfight that you were watching, he lost because I have an MP40 and the opponent had a PPSH, which means his magazine or clip or drum or whatever was larger, and I had to reload. It was that little pause that meant he got more bullets downrange, and I ended up dying. So I was kind of hoping I would get lucky and outshoot him, but it turns out to have been a mistake. I should have sort of just run around the house or something. Although I probably would have died anyways, seeing as there's all these Russian infantry around. Our ally buys a Panzer III sort of to support his infantry. I thought it was an interesting choice because here's the Russian response before they even know it was there. So it's not a response, but there's the Russian counter, the ZSU. Very weak armor on the ZSU, but frankly the Panzer III's armor not so fantastic either. It's really going to come down to who gets the good shots off, and since the ZSU fires so fast, it's going to knock out the Panzer III. Obviously, I wasn't thinking weird choice for the Panzer III because of the ZSU, because I hadn't seen the ZSU yet, but generally the Panzer III, just kind of weak armor, and if your opponent buys something like the ZSU or like an AT gun, they're really going to have no trouble against the Panzer III the way they'd have trouble perhaps against the Panzer IV. You see this side skirt already knocked off this thing from some of the shots. So although he can take out the CSU if the opponent's not careful, and he can get a shot off maybe through this house or something with an armor-piercing shell, it's going to be precarious either way. So I don't know. I don't like to sink as many points into something like a tank until I know how safe it's going to be. And given that this is such an open map, and we had seen very little of what the opponent had committed to, there was always a chance they'd pop out with something that would own the Panzer III, which frankly the ZSU sort of counts if he can sort of get around and sneak up and pop a few shots off, or if the Panzer III gets unlucky and misses. But anyways, I decide to support my ally. Bringing in this AT gun will do two things. First, I can hope to get a shot off, or 2 shots off or something on the ZSU before he notices me. That's typically where you get the kill, right? Especially if they're facing the wrong way. We get an armor-piercing shell in there, and kaboom, they have no chance. The other thing it'll do, if I'm not lucky enough to catch his ZSU unprepared, or if he spots my AT gun or something, I can still lock down territory, right? Since I'm on the left, Panzer III's on the right, it's going to give my allies some breathing room. If the ZSU sees an opening and starts to charge in and wreck some shit, Panzer III can just be like, zoop, 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 back to the Pak 40, and then he'll be protected. But here's me. Oh, looks like he knocked out the Panzer III firing through the building. Gotta worry about that. And the thing is, the AI is not going to fire through a building. You have to direct control for that, and so that's a very good tip. And that is probably what I'm about to do. Yes, I'm hoping to catch this guy unawares, right through the corner. I do collapse the building, which is unfortunate. Do not penetrate and kill him. I'm going to try again, am I? Yes. It's got 2 walls and a tree to go through, though, so it loses too much penetrating power by then. It maybe wouldn't even have hit. But now he knows my Pak 40's there, and so I definitely have to reposition, especially if you were watching with keen eagle eyes. You would have seen the ZIS anti-tank gun that the opponent has. So I have to be very careful with this Pak 40 not to get owned. But my ally is buying a Pak 38, so now this is going to help us at least keep the ZSU from running in and murdering all our infantry, although it's not going to help us much take this point. And we are in a bad position, you see. We have they have 21 points to our 1 point. I don't know how we got... Oh, we must have captured our close points before them. But yeah, they have a hold on the middle. They've killed more stuff, and they have more points. So this is not looking very fantastic at all for us. Meanwhile, I have an assault squad parked off onto the left. The idea is to, at some point, move in on the middle when it's safer, but of course the ZSU popped up at some point, so it's not safer yet. But I do want to probe. I want to probe because I want to know how strong the defenses are, and I want to probe because I want to know where that ZSU is, and maybe get a shot off on it with my Pak 40, which has repositioned. And look, if you have keen eyes, there's the ZIS-2 moving around. It's easier to see now that it's silhouetted. Always turn on these silhouettes, by the way. Boom! Yeah, careful repositioning, guys. He's walking right across the street. Wasn't sure we could see him, and we could, and now I've decrewed it, and I'm trying to blow it up. But this is risky, because every shot I fire is making it more obvious the ZIS-2 where I am. And it makes it easier for the ZIS-2 to sneak up on me. Get some shots in, but I do want to take out these machine guns too. And oh no, look, there's the ZIS-2. I had noticed this earlier, it popped up on the minimap, but I was trying to get some more shots off with the Pak 40, and so now I'm telling all my guys to get prone behind the sandbags. It's not going to do a lot. Unfortunately, ZSU can shoot through that, the sandbags, and eventually dismantle them too, but going prone does make you a harder target to hit. Oh, my poor little rifleman. This is why I set up so many sandbags in the beginning, see? Even as they're crumbling, there's still some stuff to hide behind. And now I'm trying to get my machine gunner out of there, because he's easily the most crucial part of that defense. I can lose riflemen all day long, and I don't really care, but machine gunner is just so important. He can lock down a point by himself, and he's able to crawl away. That's another thing going prone gets you. You can crawl away, and they won't be able to spot you, because the sandbags will cover up their line of sight. If you were just crouched or something, then you'd run away and stand up, and get shot. So now I need to replace these dead riflemen, and I'm actually looking at the cost, and it only costs 10 points per rifleman, which means 10 riflemen would be 100 points, which is cheaper than the 160, I believe, that a rifle squad costs. Obviously you don't get the machine gunner, and you don't get the submachine gunners, although the submachine gunners might not be a good deal depending on what their range fighting is, but it's, I think, good to buy these riflemen in piecemeal. You get a better deal as long as you don't need the machine gunners, and you can also buy however many you need. I bought 2 or 3, and I'm using them to set up some more sandbags, because you can always use that. And bang! Look at that direct control right through the house, right through the barn, and that ZSU is dead. So be very careful, guys, when there's heavy caliber AT guns all around. You're not safe even when you're behind a building. You got to be very careful, and that was also some patience on my part, because when I originally moved the Pak 40 to the left, you saw he wasn't fast enough. All my infantry got slaughtered, and I could have moved in. I could have been like, you know what, I'm going to get some revenge, get the kill, and push forward with my infantry and my AT gun to try and catch the ZSU, but he's just too fast when something's got treads or wheels. If they spot that happening, if they don't shoot you, then they can still just run away. So I played it cool. I just kept the Pak 40 there. I figure he'll probe on the left or he won't, and if he does, I'll try and catch him, and I caught him. So Now it's happy sailing days for my Pack 40, and I'm just going to try and kill all these machine gunners. The issue with this is that when you destroy the sandbags, you don't kill the people. And oh yeah, I took some fire from the enemy ZIS. Was hoping that wouldn't happen, but he killed my guys. The gun is still there though, so I can recruit it, but he's being smart and he's still shooting the gun. Knocked out the cannon, the barrel on that gun, so I'm going to have to repair it before I can fire back. Although I was not sure if that was the case, so I'm trying to shoot back right now. The issue with using really heavy AT guns like the Pack 40 to take out these opponent machine gunners is that you destroy the sandbags, don't kill the machine gunner, and in destroying the sandbags you also leave a crater, which means the machine gunner replaces one cover with another cover, and frankly it's in some ways better cover, so it's a little counterproductive to use your heavy caliber gun to blow them up. You're better off with something smaller like a Pack 38 or a Pack, I don't know, do they go smaller than Pack 38? Certainly something like that PKP machine gun, or flak frilling. Something small that's not going to leave craters for the enemy. But the reason I did it is because there is a chance that the explosion will kill the enemy person, I believe. Or maybe there's not, and I'm a dumbass. We'll have to find out. I should test that at some point. Some sort of... Look, I bought a sniper. His name is Leonard Schlesinger. Leonard. I wonder how you pronounce that. Maybe it's Lionheart. Oh yeah, veteran sniper, by the way. That's hero points, because you people are always yelling at me to spend my points. I figure veteran sniper's gonna be nice because what they got? They got their AT gun and they got a shit ton of machine gunners. If I can just pick these off one by one, either with my sniper or by spotting for myself and my ally, that's gonna make things a lot better. And what better to pick off machine gunners and AT guns than a sniper, which they cannot see until he fires, and then he can just easily reposition something fast and lithe and limber, not limb. Limb is a thing attached to your body, like Robo-Limbs. If you play the new Deus Ex game, that's a good game. Here's this assault squad that's been sitting around for God knows how long. I decided to finally move them up because why not? You know, they're not earning interest or anything. Oh, and by the way, I repaired my Pack 40, so don't give up if something gets crushed or whatever. You can repair it. Magic repair. I don't know what is in that toolbox, but it's a really nice toolbox because it works on everything. You can repair a Panzer IV and a T-34 with the same toolbox. That's impressive. I bought a tool recently. I bought a tire pressure gauge to check the tire pressure on my tires on my car. Did you know that some amount of gas each year is wasted because people drive on under-pressurized tires? Like 2 million or 20,000 or 200,000, 200 million gallons of gas in the United States alone? That's a fact from the government. So here's the AT gun. I finally found it, but it's got this big honkin' shield guarding the people on the AT gun, so my sniper's not going to do much about that, but that's okay. I don't care. I'm going to use my AT gun to blow it up, and the sniper's just going to spot. So my AT gun is hotkeyed to 1, that's shift 1 instead of control 1 like every other fucking game, and the sniper's hotkeyed to 2. So I'm in direct control telling my sniper to look, then I press 1 to use my AT gun, but when I press 1, it doesn't go immediately to him. I have to press 1 like 3 times, so I tell my sniper to shoot, but my sniper doesn't shoot, because obviously he can't hurt it. So I go back to the sniper, back to the AT gun, back to the sniper, look at the AT gun, swap to the AT gun to shoot it, but no, I'm accidentally still in the sniper, so I just fired a sniper bullet at this thing. And that's a second sniper bullet I fired at this thing, because I'm jamming 1 right now. I think the idea is when you're in direct control, you cannot swap over to another person, and the end result of that is my fucking sniper getting revealed, because he fired like 3 shots, bounced off the AT gun each time. Now I'm like, okay, this is nuts. I gotta crawl my sniper back, buy myself some cover by blowing some of these people up. I kill a tree and then not much else. And then I'm like, I'm just gonna shoot and hope I hit the AT gun, and kaboom! Alright, AT gun decrewed. And I want to kill it now too, but it's just out of range. I'm just lucky that shell overshot and landed next to it and then killed the people. Don't know why I'm shooting at this guy in the crater. Oh no, I'm not actually shooting at the guy in the crater. Thank you. That would suck if I was shooting at the guy in the crater, because you cannot hit him, okay? That's not how physics works. If you had a big honkin' artillery piece, you can curve the shell parabolically, but other than that, it's not working. So, looks like we've got some small skirmishing going on. Oh, I noticed a sniper picked off 1 or 2 of my men, so when you see a sniper do that, you bum rush him, and it turns out there's some riflemen hiding too, but I'm still bum rushing the sniper because he's expensive and dang. Sniper down. Why did I say dang? That's a unhappy word. I should have had a happy word like zow or pat or something. Yeah, bum rush the sniper, obviously, when you see them when they're that close. Or even if you don't know when they're that close, because, you know, get up, get moving, and that'll force the sniper back even farther. Our opponent could not bum rush my sniper because he was just a bunch of machine guns, and they can't really bum rush very well. And he didn't want to lose them even if they could. But, yes, bum rush, always the most effective tactic. And now I am stretching myself out a bit. I decided to move in on the middle from the back. Unfortunately, he was lined up with a few more infantry than I was expecting, so I pulled back, but it looks like I had more infantry than he was expecting. He sort of panicked right there and bought a T-60. He was fearing a complete breakthrough on his line. I think he probably could have held me off, but I suppose that wasn't such a bad idea. If I had gotten some lucky shots and wiped out all his infantry, then I probably could have sweeped in behind, done some real damage to his front line. So, anyways, he bought a panic T-60, and thankfully, I am being a smart cookie and always keeping my AT gun on the move, and my AT gun is close enough at this point to hopefully take out this thing. It's got to swap to AP, because right now it's loaded with HE. Can it hit it? Am I in range? Yes, fire! Boom, miss. Oh, and meanwhile he's killing all my men. And now he's backing out, and because he saw my AT gun in one last parting shot. Too bad. And that's the end of that assault squad, basically. Just 3 guys cowering behind this house again. Mr. Direct Control is going to shoot a grenade over the thing. Is that going to work? Yes. Haha, suck it. But, oh no, it's the T-60 again. That's unfortunate. 2 barns between me and him, which is fairly difficult, but on the other hand, T-60 armor, not so great. Pack 40 gun, not so bad, and also Pack 40 gun demolishing the fucking church. He loads HE for some reason. It is just chicken murder, by the way. I have killed like 12 chickens. He's killed like 20 chickens. I hope you guys like chicken, because there is a lot of fucking chicken that we're gonna have to eat. And yeah, Pack 40 is just shooting God knows where. Can't hit anything. And now it's not firing because there's a building in the way, but you can direct control him, tell him to shoot, and bam! There was only one wall, because both he and I had damaged the churches, or the churches, no, they're full of chicken, so obviously they're not churches. There's never chicken in a church, unless you go to Church's Chicken. That's a restaurant, fast food restaurant, so I would not recommend going. Don't go to fast food, by the way. It's just bad for you. Boom, finally. Yeah, we had demolished so many of the walls that I only had fire through one. But why am I saying that? You know that. Whose smoke is that? I guess that's ours. That must be ours. No way they would have popped that smoke. But, anyways, having taken out the T-60 and a fair amount of infantry, I think, I figure now's the time to move in and see what's up. Unfortunately, the smoke dissipates. Yeah, I don't know. I guess my ally was working on those machine gunners while I was working on everything else, because, or maybe they repositioned. I don't know why he pulled back. He was feeling vulnerable. But he's paying for it in terms of letting us get much closer. By the way, I bought a Nebelwerfer a while ago. Nebelwerfer, one of the few hero units that I'll reliably buy, which is interesting because I don't really like artillery, but I don't know. I guess I'm a Nebelwerfer fan, and now is a perfect time for it because there's an AT gun and 2 machine gunners. Not exactly a huge high priority target, although you really have to think about these things not in terms of points killed or number of people killed, but in terms of the tactical value that it buys you. And for one Nebelwerfer barrage, which frankly my Nebelwerfer is more likely to die before it gets off all its barrages because it takes so long to reload. For one Nebelwerfer barrage, I wiped out that AT gun, and I think I wiped out the 2 machine gunners, or at least one of them. And that buys us a lot of breathing room in terms of moving in on the point. I have 2 squads moving up. I don't even remember buying these 2 squads. One of them's cut to ribbons by God knows how many machine gunners, like 3 or 4 at least over there. But in addition to my guys moving in, my allies moving in, I have this other squad creeping up on the left. I'm able to set up these sandbags, you notice, which is very nice. Now we have a forward position from which to assault. A lot of our men have actually made it to the middle. Oh man, that's really bad. I just lost. Oh man, they're killing a lot of people, but we did turn this neutral. So 75 points for our enemies, 1 point for us, and we have stopped the countdown. And in fact, my allies' one sole man is bravely crawling away in the middle and capturing it for us. So really nice job by me with the Nebelwerfer, and really nice job by my ally capitalizing on that. This is just some random guy on the internet. We're not talking to each other or anything, but he seized the day and almost captured it. Looks like this guy's dead. Anyways, I should talk about this IS-3, the Josef Stalin 3. Maybe it's Stalin. I don't know how to pronounce Russian. Big honkin' tank. Best tank Russians can buy. Best tank money will buy, and I have very little chance to penetrate. So really I'm just trying to take out the tread and then deal with things as they come. Because taking out the tread is pretty much all I can hope to do. God, that thing is a beast. Don't think it ever saw combat in World War II. Pretty sure it's a 1940, late 1940s tank, early 1950s. Maybe it never even existed. But thankfully the track is taken out. I am sort of trying to take out the barrel because I have a chance to penetrate there, but yeah, he just blows up my Pak 40. I probably should have retreated from that, but I figured there's no chance I would get away. I don't know what demolished that house, but my men are all dying. It's okay though, they haven't captured the middle back yet, so things aren't looking so awful. So now that the track is taken out on the IS-3, we're in a slightly better position. We can fight it on our terms rather than on his terms, but you know, he is sort of still in the middle, so this IS-3 is just going to be pounding us over and over and over. I figure I'm going to hit it from the side with a fairly heavy gun. Don't want to spend a lot of money on that. It's going to take a Pak 40 forever to get over there, and even if I could tow it over there with a light vehicle, I could buy a half-track or something and tow the Pak 40 over there. It would be too fragile. I want something that at least has a chance of surviving if it's shot at a few times, and I want something that can get hits on the side. So that calls for a Hetzer. Very nice armor on the Hetzer, and a nice gun on the Hetzer. It's a tank hunter, in fact, so perfect. I'll buy a couple Hetzers, stick them on either side, and hope I can get lucky. My ally decided to go the other route, which is buy the biggest fucking gun you can. Ha, I just sniped that guy out of the tank, and remind me to talk about that later. But my ally went the opposite route. I'm about to Nebelwerfer these guys, and I realize they're partisans, which are worth less than nothing. So I'm, oh, he repaired the tread. My ally went the other route. He bought the biggest fucking gun he could, which is the Nashorn tank destroyer. It's a huge gun, and he just tried to shoot it out with the IS-3. Don't try and do that, because the IS-3 also has a massive gun. It's going to shoot it out with you, and you're a Nashorn. You don't have any armor. So Hetzer flank failed because the IS-3 repaired its tread. But since I'm a smart cookie, I sent along some infantry with my Hetzer. And so now the Hetzer flank has turned into a Hetzer assault, backed by infantry. And why did I buy that mortar? By the way, I said remind me to talk about the person I sniped out of the top of the IS-3, and I will talk about that. I really liked it when I saw that, because sometimes when you're lucky, ooh, look, it's an IS-2, they're going heavy on the tanks, so those are the two heaviest tanks they can get. And bad job showing his side to my Hetzer with his IS-2. I take out some crewmen, take out some more crewmen. I don't know how I killed a crewman by shooting back in the engine. I guess he's crawling back there trying to do stuff. At this point, I'm like, did I kill everybody inside? Now I can move? And no, I didn't kill everybody inside. Quick, keep shooting. Reload, boom. Okay, now it's taken out. So that worked out extremely well for me, because he made a bad move showing his side, and at this range with my Hetzer gun, I was able to do some real damage even to the super heavy tank. But I was happy to snipe the guy out of that IS-3, because you only have so many crew members in that thing, and often when it's immobilized, the AI will go, well, we don't really need a driver now, do we? And the rest of the guys in the tank, they'll be like, nope, we do not need the driver. Or no, it's Russian. No, we do not need driver. We are not going anywhere, and we are not going anywhere fast. So you, Ivan, hey, get up there, man the machine gun on the top, because we don't care to have you drive. You are not driving anything. And so Ivan gets up there to man the machine gun, and he is like, I am firing so many bullets! And then he gets shot. And then they're like, alright, Raskolnikov, Ivan is no longer up there shooting the gun, so how about you get up there and shoot the gun, because I see some infantry over there, and you should probably shoot the infantry, because nobody likes infantry, now do they, Ivan? Or Raskolnikov. And Raskolnikov is like, alright, if you say so. So he gets up there, and then I snipe him, and basically it keeps going. I think the AI will probably keep a guy in the gunner seat, like the actual gunner, like the tank gunner seat, but I think the rest of them, if it's immobilized and you tell it to attack infantry, they'll tend to pop up into the top thing. So at that point you can really decrew a tank, and then they're pretty fucked, especially if a guy gets out to repair the tread. Then it's down to like nobody, and if you get super lucky and your opponent's retarded, they'll completely decrew their tank. They'll like run out of people, and then you can jump in it, especially if it's close to your lines. But so I'm moving forward my mortar and using it to get shot at, which spots for my Hetzer, and I don't know what happened there. I have no idea what happened there. But my mortar is actually killing people, and look, let's talk about this on the right. I've taken this point, or I haven't taken it yet, it's neutral, it's 70% mine, but look, I've taken it. Look at this. This is a tough point to take, guys. This church means they can have people on this point that you can't assault till you're up in their grill, and it's also very close to their base, so it's easy for them to take it back. But look, if the middle is not working, keep attacking the middle. Oh, my Hetzer's dead. Keep attacking the middle, never give up, but you know, try everything, probe every side, and you can start coming back. We only have 2 points, so they're 84, but look, I have the right. And it's mine now, and it's forcing everything to reposition. Unfortunately, my Hetzer got killed by this bazooka. The plan was to take the bazooka and destroy everything, but he shut that down pretty fast, so that's unfortunate. So things not looking too fantastic, but also not looking too awful. We're taking the middle, we've taken the right. Opponent's really forced onto the back seat, forced back. They're rocking. Where are my words? What is wrong with me? What happened to my brain? Me no talk good. Think hard. Brain poop. I also had dreams about stealing that IS-2 because the opponent was repairing it, but yeah, that's never gonna happen. It's just way too close to enemy lines. He would have to be a horrible player to let me steal that IS-2. Don't know how this mortar has lasted so long, but it's killed some people, which was the plan in the beginning. I kind of want to buy it some time with a sniper. He's on the wrong side of the sandbag, so I'm telling him to move to the right side of the sandbags. And unfortunately they are taking the right back, but this diversion was very important, I would say. It forced them to reposition the IS-3 and a significant amount of forces. You saw that BA-11 they sent over, you saw that squad of infantry they sent over, so that allowed us to take the middle, and they're only now taking that back. So now we're up to 10 points, and they're 84, and not too shabby, considering we were at 1 point. Why did I send a Panzer IV over there? Alright, to kill the BA-11, and now it's run the fuck away time, because this IS-3 is out for blood. But not before Panzer IV destroys some infantry too. Nice job, Panzer IV. Yeah, you're fucked though. This IS-3 is coming. The hill is really helping me. It's tough to tell, maybe from this angle, but they're on either side of a hill, which means I think right now he can't shoot at me. Or maybe he can, it's just taking forever because his massive gun takes forever to reload. And oh no, veteran sniper does not carry anything that can hurt a tank. Maybe TNT, maybe he's got TNT. No, I don't think he does. Really unfortunate. If he had an AD grenade or something I could creep forward. But I can keep shooting people out of the top of that tank. That attracts some attention, so he's got to crawl away slowly. It was very tempting to get up and sprint, but I think that would have revealed me even more. Astute viewers will have noticed that Goliath that my ally bought creeping forward. Oh shit, infantry, oh god, 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 oh god. Luckily he's a rifleman. I don't know what his plan was. Maybe he picked up some dynamite from my Hetzer. But astute viewers will have noticed the Goliath my ally bought. If I can just take the tread out of this IS-3, I can give him a fighting chance of getting his Goliath in close enough to blow it up. Oh, but it doesn't matter. He gets it in close enough anyways. His Goliath gets to the IS-3. And then I lose my tank to a bazooka because I was exulting over the Goliath. That's amazing, by the way. I would like to thank... what's his name? We'll have to wait for one of his people to kill somebody or for one of his people to die. I would like to thank my ally for pulling that off because that was amazing. And you should all try and do that someday, because he just blew up an IS-3 with Goliath, and how awesome is that? It's really awesome. And he still hasn't killed or lost anything, so I don't know his name. Just keep watching the upper left, guys. We don't have much time before the game crashes, but if you'll note the points, we're at 21, they're at 84, and they just lost their IS-3. You keep in mind the IS-2 is also dead, and I think we had a real chance to come back from this. So we'll have to be always in suspense, and my opponent, or my ally, is Heotic Twinkie. So big props to him for pulling off that Goliath kill. And I hope you enjoyed this brand new 1080p thing, and send me money so I can buy a new graphics card and make some videos with much better graphics than this. I had to turn down all the graphics. The shadows aren't low. That's ugly. But I don't even see any shadows, so it's like they're off. Alright. I baked some cornbread tonight. That's something I did. Running out of stuff to say. Really anticlimactic ending. Would have loved to play this to the end. Why don't games not crash? It's because they're programmed by people. If computers programmed by everything, they would never crash. They would also kill all the humans though, so you know, win some, lose some. You might actually want some crashes in that case, right?